Watch these answers to Part 3 questions from the speaking test, then listen to the feedback after each one.
Yeah, absolutely, because I think in the old times when the film was really expensive, like you only have, I think I remember that it was 36 frames, and you have to take it to the shop and let them bring it out for you, something like that. But now they use the digital cameras. They can take thousands of pictures without. They just need one external disk for the photos. So I think they just carelessly take as many photos as possible. And I think the biggest problem is they take so many photos without even look at the beautiful landscape or scenario with their own eyes. Yeah.
This is an effective answer explaining that film was expensive in the past and you could only take a limited number of photos, although she says frames. She uses the phrasal verb print out well as a substitute for the correct collocation of develop. There are one or two inappropriate choices of vocabulary, such as scenario rather than scenery, limited use of linking words, and mispronunciation of some words, but only one or two that reduce clarity.
I think it's improved together with the cutting-edge technology. Yeah, because we have the cameras that can capture every movement of every organism on Earth and even outer space. Yeah.
The use of an advanced level adjective like cutting edge is good, but this answer doesn't really answer the question sufficiently. As the question asks, or the opposite, it's not just asking about technical improvements. It would have been good to build on the earlier answer that people take photos carelessly now. So overall, this answer is underdeveloped.
I think when you want to take professional photo course, then you should really consider if you really devoted for that course, because it's not as a hobby class or something. It's a professional, so you have to have bigger motivation.
It seems here that she has not understood the question correctly. The answer she gives would be difficult to follow and would require an interlocutor to clarify meaning.
I think a news story with photos has a more powerful effect, because when you look at the photo, you can be when you look at the photo, then the image comes right at you as soon as you look at it. But with a written news article, then you just read the news and everything in that happened. You can only imagine it. You don't have any specific image to look at. Yeah, so I think a news article with photos is more accurate.
This is a reasonably good answer, although with limited use of descriptive language. The adjectives used, powerful and accurate, are good choices, but she could have gone further in comparing the differences.
I think it's really interesting because nowadays, with the advance of technology, then everyone with a smartphone and internet connection can broadcasting their own news. And if some events are happening, and they can send it or live stream it directly to some broadcast station, and they can become some type of journalist themselves. And I think it's important because it shows that the public, together with the broadcast station, they are working together to deliver a news that are happening at that moment, right at that moment. And it's real because it's come from a real person, not from some journalist. People might say that it has been edited if some journalist shows a news, but if one real person live streams some event, and they might say that it's a true story. Yeah.
This answer is well developed. She offers several opinions and backs them up with appropriate reasons. There's good usage of language of speculation. For example, people might say that this has been edited, and good use of some topic-specific appropriate vocabulary, such as smartphone, internet connection, broadcast, and live stream. Overall, for fluency and coherence, she speaks confidently at length with only occasional loss of coherence and uses a range of discourse markers. For lexical resource, she uses a range of vocabulary flexibly to discuss the topics and uses some less common vocabulary with an awareness of collocation, despite some inappropriate choices. Grammatically, she uses a mix of simple and complex structures, although with limited flexibility and some mistakes, although these rarely cause comprehension problems. In pronunciation, she can generally be understood throughout, although mispronunciation of some individual words reduces clarity at times.